There are days when motivation feels like it is packed up and moved out of your brain. Your body says, "Not today." Your mind agrees, and your to-do list just sits there, quietly judging you while you scroll, snack, and convince yourself you will start tomorrow. Stickman knows that feeling well, waking up full of ambition but somehow ending up in the same spot hours later, surrounded by snacks, excuses, and a silent sense of guilt, whispering, "I did nothing today." That is what we call a 0 day, a day when nothing moves you forward. No learning, no progress, no growth. And the real danger? 1 0 day turns into 2, then 3. And before long, a whole week slips away unnoticed. Progress doesn't die in failure. It dies in inaction. That is where the rule of 0 days changes everything. It's not a motivational gimmick. It's a mindset. A promise that no matter how small the effort, you will do something each day that moves your life forward, even by a single inch. Even the tiniest step counts. Writing one sentence, doing one push-up, reading one page, or sending that one email you have avoided for days. The size does not matter. What matters is refusing to let the day end as a 0. Stickman decides to test this. On a day when he feels completely drained, he opens his notebook and writes just 3 words. It takes less than a minute, but something shifts. He goes to bed thinking, "At least I did something." And suddenly starting again the next day feels lighter. That is the secret of small wins. Momentum. Momentum doesn't need motivation, it only needs motion. Once you move even a little, it becomes easier to keep going. The rule of 0 days isn't about perfection. It's about rhythm, consistency, and the refusal to go completely still. You can rest, you can slow down, but you cannot stop entirely. Because 0 is the only number that kills progress. Think about fitness. Missing one workout does nothing, but missing 3 turns into a habit of avoidance. Momentum fades, not because of rest, but because of stillness. So Stickman sets one simple rule: no zeros allowed. On bad days, he lowers the bar. 10 minutes of focus, a short walk, even organizing his desk counts. It's not about achievement, it's about continuity. Something is always better than nothing. Weeks go by and Stickman feels a change. The guilt fades, the self-doubt quiets, and instead of chasing perfect days, he begins collecting consistent ones. The progress compounds quietly, invisibly but powerfully. He realizes discipline isn't about massive effort. It's built on gentle persistence and tiny daily acts that keep the flame alive. Even on days when he has nothing left, one small act keeps him anchored to his goals. That is the beauty of this rule. It forgives you but still pushes you forward. You don't need to be great every day, just present. And the more you show up, the more momentum becomes your ally. Stickman no longer measures success by big wins, but by streaks of small, meaningful effort. Even on his worst days, he can say, "I showed up." And that simple truth changes everything. No 0 days, that is the rule. Because one sentence written beats none. One step taken beats standing still. And one spark of effort is enough to keep the fire alive. Closing message. The rule of 0 days isn't about doing everything. It's about doing something. 0 effort means 0 progress. But even the smallest action done daily becomes unstoppable momentum. Success is not built on grand, heroic bursts of effort. It is built on quiet, consistent motion. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Do something today. Because the moment you stop believing in 0 days is the moment you start becoming unstoppable.